that kind of problem?
Yeah, it is also online, but I certainly didn't mind printing copies out for you. I also framed my comments in the form of a letter, so I kind of stay on task here and hopefully hit it in under my 3 minutes. Mr. President, Board of Commissioners, and staff, on behalf of the Friends organization and the joint task force of which Friends has joined, together our 3 organizations representing through our opt-in mailing lists thousands of township residents. As you well know, while Friends in particular stands firmly apart with the Board of Commissioners on one particular issue, that being, as you know, the Jandal issue. This opportunity, and that being the creation of not an okay, not a good, but an exceptional mixed-use traditional development that's firmly grounded in smart growth principle, presents an opportunity for the community to proactively take part in local government. Our 3 steering committees all support the creation of a traditional neighborhood-inspired mixed-use ordinance, and again, firmly grounded in smart growth principle. Though it was the catalyst forefront, what is clear is that the Remington proposal, understanding that it's a work in progress, as it stands now, is very far from being a smart growth principle guided plan. As I think Scott mentioned, just simply putting a grocery store, a gas station, and 240 apartments and jamming them together does not smart growth equal, as you all well know. I'd like to encourage the township to take into consideration 2 documents in particular when creating this ordinance. The first being the Lehigh Valley Planning Commission's publication outlining traditional neighborhood development. This is a valuable resource, and it outlines how these types of mixed-use ordinances can be consistent with the Valley's comprehensive plan. Not only is mixed-use zoning consistent with the plan, but it also can be a valuable tool for municipalities, Lower Macungie no different. This document outlines objectives for transportation, safety, social, housing, visual, and identity, all of these that a good ordinance must consider. Secondly, and this is what I gave 2 of you a copy of, an excellent model ordinance has been applied nearby, just 40 miles or so south, with great results, is the Montgomery County's Model Village Mixed-Use Ordinance. This ordinance addresses traffic issues stemming from dependency on automobiles, the appearance of commercial zones, and a lack of community identity. To these outcomes, in fact, it explicitly discourages grocery stores and gas stations as they are inherently incompatible with mixed-use zoning grounded in smart growth principle. In fact, for those of you that do have it, if you would notice on page 13, there are 3 illustrations, one before development, one of typical, and one of mixed use. And it's kind of uncanny, but if you look at the typical, it looks exactly like the Remington proposal. Typical in this case being not good because we're looking for an exceptional mixed-use ordinance. Additionally, throughout the document, it states that the zoning is perfect for the edge of historic villages in town. If you look, we're filled with historic villages, and we're right next to the borough of Albertus and the borough of Macungie. So a mixed-use ordinance is perfect for this township, is what we need. And just to wrap up, I would encourage in closing the township to consider these 2 documents as a guide. And also when building this ordinance, keep in mind the ideal applications and not this particular proposal. That's very important. This is what the township should keep in mind when addressing this new ordinance, what's best for the township, not this particular proposal or what's best for developers. In light of the missed opportunity for public comment, I'd lastly like to respectfully request the motion be returned to the board for public comment to be considered in framing of the motion. That's all, and I thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?